I'm not getting into he has delays. That's why he's always sleeping, because his mother's drugging him, or because he's declining in his health. I can't do that because I'm not there with Chriseanrock in the flesh to see her taking him to his pediatrician appointments. I don't know what she's doing with Junior, and I have never talked to Chriseanrock and discussed anything about her child, and I shouldn't be, because that is not my business. That's not my place, and I would be out of line to even discuss that with Chriseanrock, because that is her child. So people are running with narratives that can not only character assassinate a person, but it's affecting her place of business. It's affecting her livelihood. And Tasha K is a type of person, she likes to throw rocks and hide her hands. She throws rocks and hides her hands. She likes messy situations, and especially when it has to do with a child. That is going to get her ratings up, the algorithm popping, and a bag for Tasha K. Tasha K doesn't care about Ronnie finding out if he's the father or not, which we know he's not. And it doesn't help Chriseanrock with CPS or any other legal situations that can come from these allegations, which in my opinion, I think that are false. I think that Ronnie is clout chasing. He also confirmed that he did unalive a man, but he made it seem like he unalived the man over Chriseanrock. He did it because the guy had flipped out, and they all were in jeopardy. But then when he took on the guy to save his boy and Chriseanrock, the guy was gonna unalive him. So it was either him, it was either Ronnie's life or his, and he took the man's life. He did 18. He did not 18. I'm sorry, 8 months in prison. He copped a plea. The plea was, that's his gun. Um, you know, which is a federal offense. No, actually, no, that's a lie. You can do some serious time for like a gun. I think if you get caught with a third gun, that's when it's federal. So Mark, scratch that out. Chrisean have surpassed to helping her with this situation. I'm so glad. And thank you for filling us in, Queen Grandma. How you doing today? Yeah. Somebody, near and dear to us, had spoke to me about how true it is with the CPS situation. I just can't wait to, like, things, clear its way up and simmer down, you know, because, the little boy needs his mother. And whether you like Chriseanrock or not, taking him away from his mother is not where it's at. And I feel like a lot of times people are being hypocrites because, I don't care what platform or community that you're in, we all collectively can say as women that a child needs their mother. So it would be really unfair to try to get that boy taken away because you don't like who Chriseanrock stands for. you know so yeah, I guess it's in the making that definitely get a hold of Chriseanrock, the courts are, um and demand her to come into court, and by law she'll have to get a paternity test. And the reason why they'll make her do it is because in the state of Maryland, where they're from, that is one of the rules of that state, that if the guy takes initiative, fills out a child support form, that's pretty much saying that could be or is my child, even though we know he's lying. That's how it's looked at and addressed it to the court. And he wants to know if he's a father. Not many people do that. So the courts are going to buy it. And they're going to try to assist him like he's the victim and make that happen with that paternity test. But if it happens, like Tasha K said, and I'm glad she told him, if you find out it's not your child, what's next? Are you going to leave this whole situation alone? He claims that he has a YouTube channel. So hopefully his YouTube channel skyrockets. He can get missing and he'll be a thing of the past. But the damage that he's already done by opening his mouth and making it seem like Chriseanrock is not taking care of 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛 hernia, which is very, very important that she does that for his development, because he spoke about that too. Like that hernia, these sessions that allegedly 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛 needs to have done, these treatments of steroids. Um, it that's to help him in the long run with his growth. You know what I'm saying? And he's just making her out to be a monster. And for some reason, Tasha K, because she was saying to Ronnie, this girl just needs to be off the internet. Everybody wants her off the internet. And I believe that Tasha K wants Chriseanrock, even though she don't know Chrisean from a can of paint. But I think that Tasha K, keep your eyes on the prize in case something transpires. I honestly think myself, hey, Wendelina, that she is trying her damnedest to try to get Chriseanrock canceled. But we know that's not going to happen because Chriseanrock is blessed and highly favored. She just needs to not pedal backwards, and she just needs to stay away from people. Out of that interview that I heard, the most disturbing of all of what Ronnie said was he was making Chrisean out to be someone who's being negligent and not taking care of 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛's health condition. He's trying to make it seem like something's wrong with him, like he's openly admitting. And when I say openly admitting, I'm not saying I believe him or you believe him. I'm just saying he's making it seem like he's coming clean to Tasha K that there are delays with 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛, and he's concerned about his health. That's why it's important for him to know if he's the father or not, so he can get 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛 the help that he needs, because he's not going to get it from his mother. He feels as though Chriseanrock is unfit. So he's really hitting below the belt. You know what I'm saying? And everything is never deleted. Everything that's on the internet is never deleted. There's always someone who has in their portfolio or hidden away somewhere in a vault, information they can turn over to CPS or whoever needs to see it, and they can jam Chriseanrock up. That's how much people be hating. Says Ronnie needs to stop. He does need to stop because he's not looking at the big picture. If there's a personal issue you have with Chriseanrock, let that be that. But don't bring in the children, because by you doing this, there can be long-term repercussions for your action. It says Tammy, he just wants money. The baby had a procedure done for the hernia, and there are follow-up appointments. That's what he was referring to, though, Tammy. He was trying to insinuate that he's the way he was talking when he was talking about allegedly basically Junior having medical condition and it got worse because of her not keeping up with these appointments. Like he's got inside information. And I think that the reason why it makes it believable, not to me or the community that I serve, but to the mass majority, is because we got people like Chayna talking to him off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Calling him her brother-in-law. So you can only imagine prior to Chrisean's mother going to rehab, Chayna used to get her mother allegedly high, have her come onto the platform. Her subscribers used to cash app her money, the mother, Shala, and then Shala would, give in to everything that, Chayna needed her to say. So Shala, when she wanted money for probably drugs, she would run all the business that she knew about Chriseanrock that maybe Chriseanrock shared with a family member, and then a chain of command. Everybody talking, telling the mother get high, the mother get thirsty, ain't got no money. Now she's talking to Chayna, telling Chayna something that the family don't even want her repeating. But because she needs a few dollars, Chayna can get that information from her. And then get on the phone with somebody like Ronnie and run the business. It's really sad. We already know Blueface is the father. What happened to him for life? Not that's what Tasha K was asking him. If you father, see, this is what I don't like about what Tasha K did. Now, I think we're all on the same page that the way the body language was of Tasha K in that interview, she wasn't buying not even half of what Ronnie was selling. But even if you're not buying none of what Ronnie is selling, why would you have him on the platform? You're not doing it for damage control. You're doing this so this can get out of control. Tasha K can't make no money if there's peace and harmony. She wants to conquer and divide. You guys got to understand that. So even though she might not believe what Ronnie said, there are people that will believe what Ronnie said. And they will also believe that it's true and run with it because he was on the Tasha K show, a big platform, and he told his story. Whether it's a lie or not, people don't want to know what the truth is because the truth ceases and desists. A lie goes on and on and on and on. People don't want to hear the truth. They want to live in a lie. Says, what? This is crazy. Baby Jesus has already had surgeries. It says, what is going on? The hernia has been resolved. The doctor had to wait a while for scheduling. I'm telling you, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I heard on that because I saw the full interview. One of my subscribers sent me the link to the full interview, and it's I'm quite sure she's sending it around to a lot of other people that will want to hear the full interview so that they can relay the message of what the message was about, and it wasn't good. It just seems like Ronnie is bitter and he's out to get Chriseanrock. That's all I can really think of. People feel she's unfit. Yep, but she was the only that takes care of 𝗪𝗛𝗪 the whole time up until she became right. Exactly. She's a very nurturing, in my opinion, mother to her son, and I think that she's very overprotective and nurturing because these are the things that she didn't have growing up, and she's afraid for her son of being hurt like she was. The whole interview was about her past. Yeah, everything was about her past. Right. But see, the thing is Queen Grandma, if somebody was to bring up my past, I'm just saying, or your past, or Natasha's past, because we all got a past. That's how people are, especially hurt people. They the time in your life that was dim. She's shining now, but you know that half the people that follow her are her own kind, and a lot of us don't want to see each other grow, come up, shine, be successful, be happy. because they're not happy. They're not successful. They're not thriving in life. They don't have the things that you have. They're not going to the places that you're going to. So we have to understand why it's that easy for Ronnie to manipulate, maybe not us, but another minority that doesn't like Chriseanrock, that's going to believe what he said, and they're going to run with the narrative, and they're going to try to character assassinate Chriseanrock because they simply don't like her. I'm sorry, guys. I had to drink me some water. Says Rock was sleeping with them both. But you know what though, Coco? I don't be, behind closed doors in the bed with nobody. Not even with you, Coco. And this ain't no disrespect, Coco. I'm just being funny, Like, just trying to be, funny. However, understand this. If Chriseanrock was sleeping with Ronnie at the time, Blueface was doing it to her. And they're both young. Chriseanrock right now is about 24. Blueface is 27. Ronnie is 24. These are kids, children to me. She's doing the same thing I was doing. If my man was cheating on me at the time, I was out doing me too. She's not doing nothing that was abnormal at her age that anybody else wouldn't do. Who would want Ronnie as a dad? I would wait. Wendelina, you are funny. It says SL, I wish nothing but the best for her and wish everybody just give her a chance. Well, we're giving her a chance. If nobody else. Hey, Rosen. That's all that matters. Our community over here, my Davis Nation, we're giving her a chance. What I'm saying to you is not because I believe anything that's being said. When Delina used the trip, I'm just telling you in the interview. We know Ronnie lies. We've caught Ronnie in plenty of lies. So, it's not hard to believe that the whole interview could be a lie. And it's not hard to believe that he knows that Junior is not his son, but he's maliciously saying that he could be or he is for clout. Because Ronnie is living a basic life. And he's going to be like that for the rest of his life. And the only way he'll ever probably get a come up if he is the father of Junior. I keep saying Junior. Chriseanrock, which we know he's not. So there's no if in the factor. That is Blueface's child. There was a real DNA test done by a reputable DNA company who is not losing their license, and Zeus Network is not losing his whole corporation business for no Blueface and Chriseanrock. And you heard me say it before. Ain't nobody risking their big bag for Chriseanrock or Blueface. It's not that serious. Or they shouldn't be doing it for anybody. Chrisean really needs to shake all the dusties off, moving silent, heal, and be her best. She's moving in silent now. That's what the whole point is. Why is she being brought up when she's not even saying anything? Is my point. Not even a little bit. You can't say that she's still out there because her friend who was visiting her in Oklahoma showed us like 2 vlogs. That was her friend's vlog channel. That wasn't something that Chriseanrock shared with us. Chriseanrock really hasn't been on social media. Blueface is in jail, so there's nothing for her to talk about. And so she's been handling her business from a distance. And people still, because now you can't call the cops on her for outstanding warrants. We want to talk about CPS. We want to call her a negligent mother to her son. We want to say that 𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛 has severe um, delays, and the father, or the guy that wants to be the father, so truth, because Ronnie laid with Chriseanrock and potentially, allegedly, could be the father of 𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛. So people are gonna believe him that don't like Chriseanrock, because they're not the brightest bulb on the tree either. The elevator quite don't go all the way up with these folks. Hurt people hurt people. Always remember that. Ronnie's nose should be longer than Pinocchio's. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Wendelina. I'm curious to see how Blueface feels about this Ronnie situation. I don't think he likes it at all. Because if the two people that should know, because that's their child, it would be Blueface and Chriseanrock. So I would think, whether he wants that baby to be his or not, Blueface, the fact still remains it is. So I don't think that he's happy at all what Ronnie's doing, but he has no control over it because he's locked up. You know what I'm saying, Natasha? Long live the queen. Chriseanrock keep elevating. That's right, Wendelina. I mean, keep moving in silence and stay far away from the drama. I am glad that she is not talking and posting everything. I'm glad she isn't either. And like I said on my channel, I was very upset when she first came out, when she had the warrants, because I like I always say, Chriseanrock tells too much to her audience. That's what got her jammed up in the first place. But she learned from that, paid the price on that, telling too much. She stopped doing it, and I'm glad. But it's so sad that she's not doing it anymore, and people still got things to say. And it's unfortunate. Says Blueface already sent a message to Ronnie. He needs to keep sending them, because that message should have been loud and understood, to the point where Ronnie was too intimidated to get on to Tasha K's show with that nonsense when he knows that baby's not his child. Because that's clowning to the highest captivity. Not only are you disrespecting Chriseanrock and that child, but you're disrespecting Blueface. You're playing in his face. If he was warned, you're playing in his face, and when he gets out, let's hope you have that same energy when he gets out. I don't wish, and I don't hope for nobody to get hurt, but that's how sometimes people get hurt, playing in people's faces about their kids. You can get seriously hurt like that. Blue gonna show Ronnie what entering the circus is, right, Rosen? Exactly, right. I'm trying to tell you. I pray somebody gets her off social media. You people are a part of the problem. Stop with the nonsense. Being blessed has nothing to do with being ignorant. She needs professional help. It says now she wants to tell her haters nothing. Ha ha ha. But anyways, Ronnie is just doing the most, and it's just really sad, because, like, you know that clout is real, a real thing, and money is the root of all evil. Because anytime a man will sit up there, hey, love, how you doing, sweetie, and just really make people think that he's concerned about the well-being of Chriseanrock, and he needs to know if that's his child so he can handle business. because he feels as though Chriseanrock is neglecting her son. Does Chriseanrock appear when we see her, when we do see her, which is not that often? Does it appear that she's neglecting 𝗪𝗓𝗔𝗧 to you? Put that in the comment section. Share your thoughts on that. I'm gonna give you mine. We can agree to disagree, but I don't think she's neglecting him at all. You know what I'm saying? I think that Ronnie is neglecting to understand that, you know, Blueface thinks he's a Crip. We don't need him Crip walking on him when he gets out, because Ronnie didn't want to pay attention. She's very loving to her child. She's very loving and nurturing. Now, see, I'm so numb now to being attacked from the gate, when I used to always say that I feel like Chriseanrock is a good mother, despite not having a mother. She's doing the best she knows how with the little resources that she has. You know, people used to cuss me out and say I was crazy. No neglect at all. Rock is doing just fine. We only see her being loving to that baby. That's right, Goddess Reed. And that's my point. You know, I said in my premiere video today also, this is all on the topic. You might think that I'm getting off the topic, but I'm not. You know what really concerns me are the people who are supposed to be so-called supporters, but they flip-flop. If there's one thing I don't like, is someone who calls a group of people like us rocktards, but at one point in time you were going in on the sister Chayna, and you were going in on Chriseanrock. Now you're going hard in the paint for Chriseanrock. You're still going in hard on Chayna, but you're going in hard on Chriseanrock. Why is that, I wonder? People like that are dangerous. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm speaking on the channel holder. Don't put in the comment section of this live that channel holder's name. We're not going to be messy up here, but the flip-flop is real. Hello, Louisiana girl. How you doing, sis? I think she always been protective of 𝗪𝗓𝗔𝗧 from the very start. You're right about that. I think so too. And I also want to recap my video that I put up, because I think the reason why Chrisean is protective of her son is because she doesn't want him to go through what she went through, especially with her family. So those of you that didn't see this,
my household, was around him. Just because I already have trust issues.
hold on.
Let's be clear, when I did have him, nobody but my household, was around him. Just because I already have trust issues.
That's good.
And I don't play. So it's like I don't want to have to hurt nobody, especially nobody I love. So we just kept it tight as possible.
But before I stop, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that notification bell is on with the option all, so when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below.
People are crazy. So those videos that I posted, I know I had got him I think it was July 8th or something. So I had him from early July until Chrisean came home. People are crazy, and it's so sad because people make all these weird rumors, say all this stuff, and run with it. You don't respond, they say it's true. Then when you show them what it is, they be like, "Oh, you showing this because this means that." It's like, this is crazy. It just don't stop. It just don't stop. The world is sick, and people are crazy. You confirm if I hate somebody or if it's hate in my heart. You can't. You're not God, and you don't know me. Right, same family. I ain't with the division. I know that. Only time I ever explain something is if I feel like I want to. I know I don't have to explain nothing about nothing. I'm at Starbucks, Taylor. Y'all keep saying family secrets. It ain't no family secrets. We don't have no family secrets. This is the thing. There's no family secrets. And I keep getting a lot like, oh, y'all been knew this. Well, we don't know nothing. Just like how y'all hearing about it, that's the irritation about stuff. We hear about it the same time y'all hear about it. So it's no family secrets.
So there you have it. She says, 𝗪𝗛, the older sister of Chriseanrock, there is no family secrets. Now, I know I'm going to get in the comment section and leave your thoughts down below. Do you believe what 𝗪𝗛's saying or not? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not trying to take a side when it comes to things that happen behind closed doors with family, because unless I'm a mind reader or medium, there's no way for me to know whether or not anyone's being 100% truthful. There's three sides always to a story. There's always your side, my side, and the truth to a story. So she says there's no family secrets. We don't want to make, like everyone else has, holes out of ourselves, because we're assuming that she's lying when in fact there are things that they hear about that they hear about at the same time, because family, especially in Chriseanrock's position, they don't always have to share or be sharing, whether it's good or bad, what's going on in their past or present life, good or bad, successes or non-success or wins. So we just have to take it from there, see how things play out going forward. And if 𝗪𝗛 feels as though there's no family secrets, then we have to respect that.
Right, ain't no family secrets. Quit running with that family secret crap. It's no family secrets. Like I said, most of the stuff that been going on this internet, we find
Right,
out
it
when
don't
y'all
matter
find
what
out.
she
It get
does.
put out there like that. We be just as baffled as y'all. Like, it's not no family secrets. Nobody ever heard of that. Nobody ever heard of that.
And another thing I want to bring to your attention, if you
She said
disagree,
because
put
what's
down
that?
in the comment section how you feel about what I'm saying. But, a lot of this probably does come as a surprise of what Chriseanrock or does or says to her family as well. They're hearing sometime for the first time like we do. Because to be honest with you, and I'm just so glad that she's walking in a different light, because Chriseanrock, to me, only had energy, and this is from someone who's a supporter, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. She really only had energy when it was for the drama. And that's usually, which is just how the world goes, sadly. It's always responding to drama, talking about her drama, the drama that's going on in the circus, past tense. But she's not truly, now that she's living in her truth, and that's being who Chriseanrock is, and that's not that person that we saw half a year ago. A person who's violent, maybe angry because of maybe past traumas, but her heart's good. We're seeing the real Chriseanrock, and the real Chriseanrock, she shines, she's a shining light, but she does not communicate as well as she should, especially being in the limelight like she is. If she's not a good communicator as far as knowing what to say and what not to say, and because of the type of job she has, she does need to to some extent reach out to her fans and her followers who make her who she is. If it wasn't for them tuning in to anything she's got going on, she wouldn't be getting a paycheck. However, if she doesn't know how to do it, she needs to have a team in place, like a PR person, you know, um, to just explain. Doesn't always have to be the truth, or maybe it just needs to be pretty much just cut and dry, not you being all in her business, what time it is with her in a nutshell without telling her business, so that we know where she stands. We don't really know where Chriseanrock stands, because a lot of things that needed to be mentioned or cleared up, like one being, I'm just giving you an example, Chasity stealing her fan and supporters' gifts for Junior Jesus. We all knew that she stole them gifts, but maybe on the back end, Chriseanrock spoke about it. But how could we defend whether or not she did it when soon as Chriseanrock gets out, even though Chasity backstabbed her afterwards, she paid for a shopping spree that her sister had went on in a boutique shop, a little bit upper grade to rainbows. She paid for that shopping spree, shortly after we know Chasity had backstabbed her with 𝗪𝗪𝗪, but it's confusing. And Chriseanrock is not getting up here explaining any of these things. She has a right not to, but really out of control to this magnitude. It's not about sometime you having to explain anything to anybody, but just showing people the character of who you are with. I'm not going to get up here and name drop. I'm not going to get up here and point fingers at who's causing the most trouble, but I'm going to dead this. And if you're my true supporters, you won't feed into it unless you're campaigning for me that what I stand on is what it is until you see or hear further notice.
Nobody ever heard of that. So this year, and in the hospital, she said that day, that was the first time ever. Nobody ever heard of that, though. Like, we never heard of that. But that's like with anybody, like, y'all gotta stop. It's weird. Like, y'all don't have a life, or like y'all never lived, or you don't have family, or you never been through nothing. I don't get it. No, it's not possible to know about nothing and buried it and didn't know. No. That's something you do with your personal stuff that you go through. You haven't went through something personally, never told nobody, and buried it, and then you come out with it. That's how it go when you're personally going through something. Not when, the family go through something we hear about, then we bury it. It don't go like that. That's not happening. Like, come on now. And stop assuming that 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 is regressing, please. Stop with that narrative. Stop assuming that. It just so happened whenever she do, when y'all do see him, he might be asleep. And you know what's funny about him? Even that video when he was saying Dad on it, that was like 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when he really be on LA time. Like, I'm talking about he really be on LA time. He be up all night. Sleep half of the day. Like, he's not regressing. He's progressing, if anything. It's just y'all don't get to see those moments. And it's like y'all didn't see those moments when he was with me, but y'all kept saying he was with CPS. Y'all kept saying he can't move his head, can't move his legs. Crazy stuff. He can't stand up. Crazy stuff. It's like, okay, y'all was saying that because y'all couldn't see it. Now that y'all can see it, y'all can't see it while he's with his mother. Y'all like, he's regressing. That's wrong. That's weird.
It's always something.
That's so weird.
And sometimes you got to learn in life, it doesn't matter whether or not Chriseanrock responds or family responds, who's close to her or hate on her or not, people are going to still have something to say because nobody wants to really hear the real truth. If Chriseanrock got on there and truly, let's say, hypothetically speaking, it was the 100% truth and it's all out now, people would still have something to say because the truth ceases and desists everything. A lie goes on and on and on. And people want this to go on and on and on and on. So they rather live in a lie than the truth. And the situation about Chriseanrock and 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧, that was a triggering situation that, Chriseanrock put herself in. Nobody can make her and be on a platform that only screams negativity and get so triggered that she, something that she was suppressing since she was 7 years old comes out. Also, we have got to stop with this Chriseanrock Jesus thing that, she's drugging him with, probably baby Benadryl. I'm hoping that's all you guys are thinking, that she's giving him. If anything, I'm saying the worst case scenario and nothing more than that. But, people really run with stuff. But at least if you're going to make up stuff, at least let's keep it just on Benadryl level. And I'm being funny for the clowns that are out here running with that narrative. I'm just actually playing with you because you need to stop. This girl's in the public eye and she's not going to be doing stuff that people are going to clearly start to notice collectively by the masses, thousands and millions. She's got close to 5 million followers. So even let's say 1 to 5% of those followers would have peeped the same thing. And there's a very small group, you'd be surprised, that are running with the narrative, trying to paint this picture to the mass majority of these allegations of 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗧 being drugged. He's always sleeping. That's because he's not growing and he's not at the level he should be at his age. He's not walking. He's not talking. He's not eating. You guys are just making a list and you're checking it twice. You know, like your Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be making a list on your own life and your own things that you got going on, and not one of a toddler. Seriously. You don't know what is really going on. You know, you just because you don't see Chriseanrock take her child to the pediatrician, which I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't do it either. You want to make these allegations up, you know, and that's why right now, as we speak, it's not a rumor. It's not even allegedly. You know, people are calling CPS on her en masse, numbers, and they are getting her situations with CPS. Eventually is going to catch up with Chrisean if they haven't already, and they're going to open up, you know, a report that, you know, depending on what the findings are, which will probably be nothing. But at the same time, because of who Chriseanrock is, it's probably going to be an extensive, you know, investigation, because if they leave anything stone unturned, they could be liable for it. You know, it's just a really messed up situation that people are putting her in. It's almost like they want to see Chriseanrock fail, and it's really sad.
Fake, especially for the ones that's her fans and that's fake fans, like the hater fans are the worst. It's like y'all try to keep up with everything, can't keep up with anything, and then assume the most worst about everything. It's like, what about positive outlooks on things? What about positive assumptions? It's like they don't exist to y'all. That's not part of the norm. It got to be all negative assumptions.
And talking about fake fans, put in the comment section without dropping any names, because I will remove that channel name if you put it there. But what is up, talking about fake fans, what is up about going hard on, you know, Chayna, Chriseanrock's sister, for the longest time? You left Chriseanrock alone. Now you're 100% because Chriseanrock's out of jail. I mean, I've heard this person, because I've been in the bushes, you know, basically say, you know, at the time when they were a supporter of Chriseanrock, you know, this is how they made all their money, got all their views and followers. Okay. And you bragged about it. But then at that time, you were also that currently in that time a hater of Chriseanrock, and everybody else were rocktards. Now, what I'm not getting is, how are you going so hard for Chriseanrock like you just totally forgot, you know, that you was not a Chriseanrock fan, you were a hater, not a congratulator. And I'm just not understanding how all of a sudden things have changed. And to me, it's just kind of funny how people flip-flop. You know, but it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. But it's just really dangerous how people can 1 minute, you know, be a support system to you, next minute be a hater and going hard. And then all of a sudden, just out of anywhere, they just see the light, and now they're a supporter.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a couple of them like that, Tammy. And then it's like, why should you see it? Because even what you see, you want to say is something else. So it's like, nah, y'all too much. High Franks, just like for you, consequences are pending. Everybody know the roles they played and the things they said. It don't have to be blasted every time. I'm not even into that. All this internet stuff, period. But don't say that. Like, what? What? How about she better keep them close when they out and about? How about she better keep them close in arms when they out and about? What are we talking about? Like, are y'all dumb? No, they see him sleeping. Like, he sleep all the time. What are y'all talking about? No, he don't. He most definitely a handful. No, he don't. Like, I didn't see nothing about them talking about my little sister's children. I just think it's crazy, and I just feel like our name got a ring to it, and everybody really trying to use it. And ones that don't want to look like they're using it, throw dirt on it to cover up their usage of it. It don't work like that. I see through all that. But I'm talking with the same energy for Carlissa, Tay and Ronnie. Let's be clear, when I did have him, nobody but my household, you know, was around him. just because I already have trust issues, and I don't play, so it's like I don't want to have to hurt nobody, especially nobody I love. So we just kept it tight as possible. So it's like nobody couldn't give an update. Nobody couldn't give nothing because nobody didn't know nothing. And then I don't like to be questioned, so you know.
Well, I just wanted to say something to Earth, back to the moon. He's a toddler. Why isn't he doing toddler things? What is doing toddler things? My son was over a year old before he started walking. I was holding him. And Annie had a pacifier still, which didn't look too good because he was, he was a big kid. I don't care if you gave him milk, a piece of chicken. That boy was like a sumo wrestler. He looked it like a kid that was 1 year old that needed to walk and not be on my hip and not be sucking on a pacifier and not be in a carriage. He should be walking, but he wasn't walking. That was the fact that still remained. That don't mean he was delayed, and my son's far from delayed. He's 32 years old. There's nothing about him delayed at all. So I don't. People try to. Oh, let me not even go there with it. I don't even know. I don't get it. I'm serious. My son looked like a sumo wrestler, baby. I don't care what you fed that boy. Milk. When he got off of formula, he blew up when he started drinking the formula. The first week he got out of the hospital, just drinking it. He came out 7 pounds, 14 ounces. Then, as soon as he came out of me, he was drinking the formula. He was blowing up. Then, as soon as he was able to eat table food, he was blowing up. He was just a healthy baby. But we carried him and babied him a lot. I used to love to hold him. You know how when babies are little, you just love to hold them? They say don't hold them too much because then they'll get lazy and don't want to walk. Well, honey, I paid the consequences of holding my son, wanting to kiss all over him because he smelled good and he cute, and that newborn smell. And yeah, when he was 1 year old, there was kids younger than him, not even one yet. They were walking, but my son wasn't walking. And he was still sucking on a pacifier, which I had to get him off the pacifier because I didn't want him to mess his teeth up because my son has beautiful teeth. His father had nice teeth, and I have nice teeth, which is another hereditary thing. And I didn't want my son to have his teeth all messed up because, sucking on your thumb or pacifier is too long, in your toddler years can mess your teeth up, can make you walk around here like you've been sucking your thumb or something. Look at what did you get? An overbite or what? I don't know. But people, back in my day when you talked about somebody's child, you could get hurt. That was just off limits. I can never get accustomed to it. I can never get used to it, accustomed to it, whatever you want to call it. It's not right. People need to slow their roll and leave that child alone. Period. Point blank. I know that there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff being said about Chrisean and her child now that that interview came out, now that that interview was recorded off of Tasha K's website and been passed around. The haters are going to eat that alive. They're going to take gonna put them on their hate blog channels, clips of what Ronnie said, and they're gonna act like, yeah, we're really gonna take Ronnie's word for anything. Like he doesn't lie. Like he's not trying to clout chase. Like he's not broke trying to get some money off of somebody. I mean, come on now. People do everything that they can in desperate times. And I really think that Ronnie's in a desperate situation and he's clout chasing off of Chriseanrock and he needs to go climb back under the rock he came from. And this can only stay alive if we allow it to stay alive. Craziness, right? Hey, 𝗪𝗪𝗧, period. If you feed into it, then You're just as much as to blame as the people who are starting this mess. Period, point blank. Use discernment, use common sense, and if you're believing in the nonsense that is being portrayed to character assassinate Chriseanrock for no reason, because girl ain't doing nothing to nobody, then you are a hater too. You need to point the finger at yourself because you're a hater too. Period, point blank. How you doing, Dsilla? But listen, I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I've been here over an hour. It is the weekend, and I just got finished eating. And listen, I'm gonna start my juice cleanse tomorrow. So if you guys are gonna join the juice cleanse, juice fast, whatever, just put in the comment section, I'm in, or put it in the chat while we're here right now, this second. And on your way out, make sure y'all hit that like button. Dislikes are welcome. Also share this video, get it out into the algorithm, put it on your social media pages, and y'all have a blessed night. Don't know who the right is that. Goddess Reed, you've been on a roll today. Yeah, but I understand. I understand. It is frustrating, and I can tell by listening to you on the chat today that it's bothering you. And I get it because it bothers me sometimes too, and I can sometimes lose my cool because I'm just like, come on now, y'all need to be like done with this already.